Morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I always wonder when it's going to get captured, how it's going to capture my picture. Usually it's like when it goes to record after. So welcome. Enough about that. Good morning and welcome to the Daily Dose episode 111. Happy Saturday. Hope your weekend's off to a great start. We're going to be going through, as if you've joined us on any Saturday, we're going to be talking about gratitude. And I'm also going to be sharing with you how you measure weight loss success and how that really, really matters. Because I find time and time again, there's lots of different ways. Well, there's lots of very similar ways people measure weight loss success. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to be talking about a little gratitude and sharing with that. And there's a lot to go, so I'm going to jump right in. I want to do a quick review over the week. So if you know, this is the Daily Dose. I provide a daily show at 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 days a week. We're in episode 111. And when I started this back, just so you know, my name is Mark Avens. Obviously, you know that. You're watching. And I am an online fitness coach. I help busy moms and dads. I help them get on a healthier path to weight loss. And not just to lose weight, but to also learn how to keep it off and to do it really without long workouts and impossible diets that typically most 40-year-olds and over, we don't have any extra time. So why not figure out the best way to lose weight and to truly get it off your body and to do it without having to do crazy long workouts or impossible diets. So there we go. We're going to talk about weight loss success, but first let me just run through real quick. I literally just do a summary, and if you haven't checked me out before, thank you for coming on. If you're watching this for, maybe this is your 10th episode, maybe you've watched all of them, I'm excited. Thank you so much for watching them. I truly appreciate it. You've given me an opportunity to share some of the wisdom and knowledge that I've had over the years of just life, and of course in my experience as a coach. I've been doing that for about 25 years, personal training, gym owner, fitness, group fitness, all that stuff. And now currently in the last 3 years, I'm an online fitness coach. So with that, Monday, we talked about how to save 6.5 hours a week. If you're like, man, my time is tough. You want to go back and check that one out. You can go through. You can also go look me up on YouTube as well. Just look up my name. I don't have any fancy page or anything. Honestly, these just get moved to YouTube, but I have that in a nice, what do you call it? A YouTube file, like it's a file. So if you go on and just look up Daily Dose, and you can go find all 100. Well, this one will be posted later on. So that's Monday. And you can go also scroll through if you want on Facebook and just kind of scroll through and look for episode, whatever number. So that was earlier. That was Monday. Tuesday, and it was great. My wife did a quick cameo. We were on the beach going for a walk, and she shared about being a warrior like a warrior versus a worrier. So that's, and Tuesday, Wednesday, the only thing you can control, the title is the only thing you can control is your focus. And on Thursday, a day in the life of someone healthy. I just talked about what does the day in the life of someone healthy look like, and I just shared a little of my experience, and also give you that kind of idea to think about what does truly a life being healthy look like for you. And then Friday, we talked about yesterday as I was walking the park, show you some turtles. If you like turtles, go back and watch yesterday's episode. And we have a little park down the end of the street. And my dog Owen and I went for a walk, and I shared with you about winging it on the weekends and just winging it in general. So that's Friday. Now, we're going to get into the topic for today. How do you measure weight loss success? Of course, that's an easy answer, right? How does anybody measure weight loss success? And how you measure it matters. How you measure it truly matters. And where most people get it wrong, right? And don't get me wrong, if you need to lose a certain amount of pounds, if like, hey, you're 50 pounds overweight, I get it. But how you measure weight loss success, I'm not talking about just how you measure weight loss. If you look at just purely weight loss, you're going to look at the scale, obviously, right? This is a no-brainer. You have a scale, you get on the scale, you look down, you see the number, you see if you put on weight or you gain, or you lost weight, or you're the same weight, you get frustrated, get angry. The scale has been probably the hardest things for people to deal with, especially when it comes to trying to lose weight or getting on a healthier path and so forth. So why is it important how you measure your success with weight loss? So that's a little different. So obviously we can look down at the scale, but did you realize, let me just kind of kind of sidebar this. If when you look down at the scale, I want to just enlighten. And listen, if you're one of those people that just I don't get on the scale, I'm scared to get on the scale. I feel always mortified when I get on the scale. I hate the scale, but I get on it every day. Trust me, you're not alone. I hear people time and time again who just struggle to get on the scale. And they just tired, embarrassed, not even think of going on like a scale in a grocery store. No way. What if somebody sees how high that number goes up? Or maybe you're just disgusted with yourself because you used to be in really, really great shape, maybe in your 20s or 30s, and now you're in your 50s, and you're like, man, I just let myself go. I put everybody else's needs over the past 10 years above my own, and I'm just deathly afraid of the scale. In fact, I threw it out. I don't even get on anymore. And now my clothes, I have 3 or 4 different sizes of clothes in my closet. None of them fit. I got to go buy more clothes, on and on and on. So when you get on the scale, we're going to talk about when you get on the scale, what does it actually measure? So let's just go there. Let's first say what it doesn't measure. It doesn't measure if you say get on the scale and 3 or 4 or 5 weeks later and you see you lost 10 pounds. That doesn't mean you lost 10 pounds of fat. That just means you lost 10 pounds. That has nothing to do with fat. It just has to do with your overall weight. Now, what is weight on the scale? When you step on the scale, you're taking everything, right? You take your clothes off, you get on the scale, and you're taking everything with you on the scale. You're taking, of course, yes, your fat. You're taking your muscle. You're taking your bones. You're taking all the fluids in your bodies, your blood, your water. You know we have a lot of water in our body, right? If you have any hair, you take your hair, which doesn't really weigh much. Okay, so we'll just move that on. Your skin, your nails, all those things. Your food, like your dinner. If you get on the scale in the morning, chances are, if you didn't have your daily business, chances are dinner that you had last night is on you, and guess what? When you step on the scale, it's still on you. You can't take out dinner. Well, you technically can if you go do your morning business ahead of time, and then you get on the scale, right? So the reality is the weight on the scale means everything. That's in everything on your body, like what your body consists of. So you have to realize when you're getting on the scale, what are the things that we don't just measure? Yes, because that people want to lose weight. So we're looking at the trends, and we're looking at the averages and taking a look at the trends going downward. But it's not the only thing we look at. We look at pictures, we take before and afters. Maybe you've seen some of our success stories. We're getting tons and tons of them. I'm really excited about measurements. Well, man, it's, you measure your arms, measure your waist, measure your thighs, all the things that nobody likes to do, but they love it when they're getting results, and that's awesome. But how else do we measure weight loss success? Maybe you're getting your clothes a certain way, but at the end of the day, it's a scale. So we all know now that the scale is everything, right? It comprises of everything in your body. And you get on the scale, and that's the number. So how you measure weight loss success matters. And here's what I try to tune into with the people that are coming into my coaching program. And maybe this is something that you just overlooked, because I ask people all the time, hey, so you got any fitness goals? You got any workout, health and fitness goals? Yes, I'm trying to lose 25 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to get in this, and it's that number. Typically it's the number. I want to lose this. If I could just get to this weight on the scale, that's just like I know when I'm at my best. And I even ask, when I'm at my best, I'm at this number on the scale. Great. Okay, but let's talk about the success. Well, what will that do for you? In other words, what is it going to mean when you're able to get your body to a certain weight? Now, does it mean that you just want to have your body down that weight? And a lot of times, yes, there's people, they just want to have that weight. But let's just talk about the whole package of getting your body in a healthy weight and how to truly measure success, because that's truly the key. And if you can get into this right now, and there's a gratitude, and I'm going to share that with you in just a moment. Towards the end, I'm doing the gratitude at the end today, because this is Gratitude Saturday. But I'm very grateful that I've learned over the years, and I've been able to help a number of people over the years get over the barrier of just learning about what the scale means and really truly what getting the weight off can do for you. Because just like I said, all the stuff comprises of what inside of your body. But just to think about this, when you're on the right path, a healthy weight loss path, one that isn't about just the number on the scale, but one that's actually changing your shape, making you stronger, getting your body more resilient, protecting your joints, and your ligaments and all the things that you need so that you can live a long and healthy life, getting your immune system strong, making you more resilient, giving yourself better balance, maybe improving your posture, maybe helping to recover from a past and old injury, maybe even making your body strong enough to survive just, say, being parenting and having all the stress, right? And all those things together, right? And when you're pursuing the right, healthier path, measuring success comes way more than just from the scale, because, hey, maybe 50 pounds overweight is preventing you from, on a weekend, let's just say, doing a fun hike with your family. Or maybe it's, wanting to go to the beach and play with your kids in the sand, but you feel disgusted about the way you look because of what the weight is doing to you, and inside and internally, how it's not giving you the kind of self-confidence that you can have. Or maybe you're just so stuck, you don't even, the social distancing may have happened before any kind of lockdown pandemic, where you maybe just hibernated and became an introvert. Not that you wanted to, but because you've been so upset with the way you've let yourself go, and that you see on the scale now you're 40 or 50 pounds heavier, and you're just like mortified, right? And I say, when I talk about that, it's not to get you down. In fact, this is an encouraging message to you, is that when you're looking at getting on the healthier path, when you're looking at, say, I know, Mark, my doctor says I need to lose weight. Well, think about this. Let's just talk about what the doctor might say is, you're on this medication because you haven't been taking care of yourself. You're taking the joint stuff because you're 50 pounds heavier on your body. Every time you go for a walk, you have an extra 50 pounds on your body. You go work out, sure, but it's going to be harder because you're carrying around the extra weight. And you may need stuff for your joints because they're worn out because of the weight that's on there. You may need things that are going to cause your heart to be more regulated because you have heart issues now, and you have high cholesterol and high blood pressure because of maybe just simply being overweight. So those are some of the things. How do you measure? So back to the main point of this, like how do you measure weight loss success, and how you should measure weight loss success is to really future out the things that maybe you're not able to do right now. And maybe you can. And here's a quick story, because I want to share this with you, because I'm not saying that you can't do things and be overweight and do those. And in fact, I have a real quick story, so hang on with me. I'll never forget. This is about maybe 8 years ago. I was never really into running. I did like a half marathon. I did triathlons and stuff. I kind of was more the multi-sport type person. But I did a few runs, 5Ks, did a bunch of those. It was fun. I like sprinting, running fast. And then there's a race here in the local area, and it's a well-known one. Yearly, they have it. It's called the Gate River Run. And the Gate is a really cool neighborhood. It's kind of downtown. It takes you through. But then there's the Gate Bridge. There's a bridge that you run over at the end. And I'll never forget, because I didn't really train, but I was in pretty decent shape. So I ran 10K, 10K. And you run it. And the last part of it is a bridge. And I'll never forget. And I was like, my mouth dropped. And I'll never forget running. And it was hot. It was hard. And I was like, I know that bridge is coming up, but I was running a pretty good pace. In fact, I think I ran a little too fast in the beginning. And then I get on the bridge, and I'm going over the bridge. And as I'm going, I'm like passing people, and then there's a few regular fast runners that are passing me. And then out of the corner of my eye, this guy was big. Like, I'm not going to say he's FAT, but he was big. He and his son, I'll never forget this. And I'm going over the bridge, and I'm all excited about me running past all these people. They're a little slower. They're walking on the bridge. And then I see this guy and his son, and he runs right by me. And honestly, he had at least 40 pounds on his body. And he was going over. And it proved to me the whole thing about just you can't judge a book by its cover, right? And it's true. You can't judge just by it. It doesn't mean just because a guy has an extra 40 pounds and he didn't mean that inside his body wasn't strong, wasn't resilient, wasn't able to make him move fast. He figured out a way to do it, and he kicked my tail. Part of me, it was a pride thing. I was like, really? And I tried to keep up with him and his son was just blazed. He was going so fast. And the dad was running right with him. And I was looking, I was like, that's amazing. So, it was amazing. Now, I don't know his story. He may have been running with an extra 80 pounds, and maybe he took 40 pounds off, and now he's able to run faster. And again, it just puts things into perspective about weight on the scale. And, we put so much judgment on ourselves and on the number on the scale and what we look like. And hey, I'm the worst person that I judge in a sense, because I'm trying to help people better their lives and get them healthier. And I know if you have excess weight on your body, if you're classified as in the overweight range or the obese range, you are at a risk. You are at a health risk. So back to how you measure success matters, and it does. But it doesn't come from just weight loss success, that is. It doesn't just come from looking at that number down on the scale. And I think it's unfortunate a lot of times people fail and they end up falling off track is because they get the weight off from some kind of quick fix or some kind of, they're going on a crash diet or some sort of a cleanse, and they have this instant success. And we praise the success. We praise somebody that loses 20 pounds. And I see it. People give, accolades and praises for people losing the weight. But the problem with that is, when you get all this praise, you feel really good, and you're like, oh, I lost this weight, I can kick back and relax. And truly, that's not the best thing to do, because what happens is you start to feel good, that's good, but then it's easy to just fall back off track, especially if you don't have the things in place you need, the kind of structure in your life that you have so you can keep the weight off. And that's unfortunately why a lot of those weight loss gimmicky things don't work long term. It's why I've been making it my life's work to help people, why I shared with you in the beginning, why my program is different. My program offers a solution to help people take the weight off and keep the weight off and do it without long workouts and possible diets. Hang with me, so that you can be the best that you want to be. You can do the things that you want to be. You don't have to, or you can avoid maybe going on medicine. You can avoid diabetes. You can maybe do a run and have something that's more sustainable, your body being stronger and more fit and more resilient and have better balance and have better posture. It may just be a bike ride. It may be for doing a Gate River run. But I can tell you this, is that it's a dangerous way to go when you're just looking at the weight on the scale. Now, why am I saying all this? And today's Gratitude Saturday, Mark. So why are we doing this and talking about Gratitude Saturday? Because I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I have an opportunity to help people on their health and fitness journey. My gratitude is for the people who entrust in me, that they come into my program and my world, and they basically say, Mark, I need this help. I want to understand. I'm tired of trying to do this on my own. I'm tired of having a little success and going off the wagon and getting on and trying another diet. I've tried all the diets. I've tried the gyms. I've tried the trainers. None of this stuff worked. How is this different? And I would say is how it's different is that I'm not putting you on a diet. I'm not forcing you to do things that aren't going to be directions toward long-term, here's the key, flexible and sustainable results. And not just to take the weight off. I say it time and time again. My goal is not anybody. If you come into my world and you even get on a call with me, in fact, don't even bother making a call if you're just trying to lose weight, because you can do that a number of ways. But if you truly want life change, if you want things different, if you want the outlook in the next 10 years to look different, then come into a place that's going to teach you what you need, not just to lose weight, but to be able to change the physical path that you're on, to get you off of worrying about what the scale number says and get you looking into the future of being able to do fun things with your family and be the absolute best for your spouse, and to feel comfortable in clothes, maybe comfortable in a bathing suit, being able to get down and play with your kids or do fun sports with your kids or take fun vacations when we're able to go back on those, and truly enjoy the life that you are meant to live. I say it's hard. It's kind of like that cliche, living your best life. Well, you have to be pursuing your healthiest life if you want to pursue your best. And you can have all of the fancy things, but you're not pursuing your best life if you're not reaching towards being your best. And it's not perfect, but it is in the direction of more than just what the scale says. That's truly how to measure success when you're in weight loss, is to get out of the weight loss mode and get into the living life at your best mode. Does that sound good? So listen, this is the Daily Dose, and I'm just going to share this last little bit. It's 20 minutes. It's usually my time. And here's the underlining message for all of this is if you think about what I shared with you about weight and everything in the inside, what truly matters most, despite all the things you can do, and what taking weight off can do for your life. Here's the beautiful thing. Regardless of where you're at right now, know that while we try to compare, and we compare, like I was comparing to the guy who ran right by me on the bridge, and it's easy for us to compare maybe somebody else losing weight, and we're struggling to lose weight, and we have a hard time, and life's just all over the place. Please know this is my final point to this message, is also understand, whether you have faith or not, is that God does not compare you to who you're comparing yourself to. God truly believes that you, right now, where you're at, wherever you're struggling, whatever amount of weight you have, whatever kind of success you feel you're at, whether it be life, business, relationships, world stuff, any of that stuff, is right now, God does not compare you with anyone else. He finds you right now the most valuable person in the world. You're the most valuable person in the world to him, and that's what matters most. So when you go into looking at scale weight and comparing yourself to where you used to be, or comparing yourself to maybe a neighbor or a friend or a trainer or anybody else's, know this: God does not compare you to who you're comparing yourself to. So keep that in mind. And living out your full potential, you want to truly live out your full potential, if you can capture those things, if you can capture knowing God wants you to live out your full potential, and as your coach, my goal for you is that you live out your full potential being at your healthiest potential that you can be. Combine those two together, and it's a win-win all the way around. So that's it. That's the true secret to weight loss success, and to know about measuring success is not just looking at the scale. So take care. Have a blessed weekend. More for me tomorrow, 8 a.m. Daily Dose. We'll see you later. Bye.